everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, hello, welcome. This is Essential Patience and I am Patience. And in today's video, we are discussing some hair myths that I have heard, and you've probably heard them too. Are they true? Are they lies? These are my opinions only. So let me know your opinions about these hair myths in the comment section, because I would definitely be interested in reading them. But before we get to them, remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's get straight to it. Some of the top hair myths that I've heard and my opinions as to whether they are truths or lies, based on my experiences and what I've seen. So one of the first hair myths that I heard that just didn't sit right with me is that cutting your hair makes it grow longer. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have heard this, that if you cut your hair, it makes it grow longer. Now, cutting your hair is different from trims, but even if that means the exact same thing, I still don't know how one affects the other, because hair grows from the scalp. If I cut all my hair today, it's not gonna grow any faster than it already is. I've been growing my hair for 5 years now. So if I cut 5 years worth of hair off, how is my hair gonna grow any faster? Like, you think it's gonna be this length next year? No, probably not. So the scalp has nothing to do with what's going on the ends. Of course, you want to make sure that you're trimming your ends. Some people say every 4 to 6 months, whichever works for you. I do know that when you trim your ends, it makes it easier to detangle, at least for me. But I don't believe that I need to cut off like my hair to make it grow. But I do trim my hair several times a year, at least once by a professional. Towards the end of the year, I get a silk press. But I do not believe that I have to cut my hair for it to grow. It makes no sense. The next thing is that you need to moisturize your hair every single day. Absolute lies. I don't see why you have to moisturize your hair every single day. I think the moisturizing schedule is different for everybody and everybody's hair type. I could not moisturize my hair every single day. It is way too much work. And especially if it's not like I'm in the hot sun all the time. Why do I need to do it? It's okay to moisturize your hair once a week if that works for you. If your hair once every 2 to 3 days, okay. But you don't have to do it every single day. It's tiring, especially the longer your hair gets. It's time consuming. It's not needed. You may want to maybe reevaluate your product if your hair is drying out every single day. It could be a deeper problem than your hair just needing to moisturize every single day. Maybe once in a while, let's say on wash days, maybe spend like 4 or 5 hours on your hair, but then the rest of the week it's like less than 1 hour, maybe 30 minutes. Okay, but if your hair is taking way too much time from you, you may need to evaluate your routine, because that's not needed. So the third thing is that drinking a lot of water would grow your hair. And this one is where I can say I think there's some truth to it. And here's why. Your body produces your hair, but your hair is one of the least important things to your body. Your body will focus on things that more functions to keeping you alive. So I really think that drinking enough water where the body can then allocate, what's needed to your hair to growing healthy hair definitely would help. But at the end of the day, I don't think you need to be drinking gallons and gallons of water. I think the good thing that I heard is that you want to drink at minimum, I think they say 48 ounces of water per day, but you want to aim for about 2/3 of your weight. But then don't also like drink so much water in one sitting. I did read that drinking over, say, 20 ounces of water in one sitting is considered way too much for the average person, because it can dilute your sodium, which can cause some health risks. So just manage it and drink water throughout the day, especially in the summer. It's hot out here, so just keep hydrated. It may not give you Rapunzel hair, but it can factor into keeping your hair moving and growing. The next thing is that exercising grows your hair, and I would say there's actually some truth to this. I have noticed that I've been exercising, all the time since I've been growing my hair, and I think it's not even just specifically about the exercising as it is about just a healthy, balanced lifestyle. And so for a lot of people who exercise, they also take pride in different parts of their lives, like again, drinking water. But I do think that when you exercise, when you are keeping a healthy lifestyle, your body would grow your hair. I personally implement exercise in my life, not because I want to grow long hair, but because I want to be healthy. And I just think it makes you more focused on keeping an overall healthy lifestyle. So I think there could be some truth in this too. Whether there's some scientific studies that prove this, I really know, but I think that for me, I would say there is some truth to this. The next thing is that oiling your scalp grows your hair. And this is where I say it's a huge no. Only because from my experience, I don't oil my scalp. If you've watched a lot of my hair videos, you would know that I talk about how I don't oil my scalp, and I haven't oiled my scalp in years because oil on my scalp irritates me. I don't like it. I feel like it puts so much buildup on my hair, and it's not a good feeling for me. After, no, I don't even know how to explain it. It doesn't feel good on my hair at all. So I don't put anything on my scalp. And obviously my hair has grown. Back when I started growing my hair in 2018, I had less than an inch of hair, and obviously it's this length, and I've not oiled my scalp in over 4 years. So obviously it's not the oiling that grew my hair, and therefore I don't think that your hair would grow because of oils. Remember, the average person grows about half an inch of hair every single month, 6 inches of hair a year. And so I don't think that oils make your hair grow any faster. I do think products help retain length, but I don't think that if your scalp does not like oil, you have to like force it on there. And remember, your scalp produces oil, and that's why for people with straighter hair, your hair gets oily faster. But if you have like coarser hair, kinkier hair like me, what happens is that your scalp gets the oil it needs. It's the rest of the length of your hair. So I put oil on the rest of the length of my hair, not a lot to like suffocate it. I'm not oiling my hair every day. However, when I do put oil, it's on the hair itself, not on my scalp. I can't do it. I can't. So I would say it's a myth. Your hair doesn't like oil, don't try to force feed it oil, because that's just irritating just to even think about it. The next thing is that heat damages hair. And I think there's some truth to this, but not when done in moderation. I don't think you can use moderate amounts of heat like once in a while and then damage your hair. I typically use heat on my hair in the past few years about twice a year. About a month ago, I did my blowout and I trimmed my hair, and then the next time I'll probably blow dry my hair will probably be in December. So I don't think that, you know, me using it in moderation is gonna damage it. But I do think if you're doing it over and over again with no heat protectant at a very high temperature, maybe damage is not the word, maybe it's like heat altered hair. I've heard that too before, but I don't think that using a flat iron once a year is gonna do something. Or blow drying your hair say once every other month at a reasonable temperature is going to damage your hair, especially if you're using heat protectants and being cautious about it. I do think there's some truth to this. The responsibility falls a lot on you, and that's a good thing, because then that's something you can easily control. The eighth thing is that relaxed hair can be healthy. Okay, I don't want to like offend people here, but I think just the word relax and the chemicals in a relaxer makes it not healthy. I do believe that relaxed hair can be thick. I do think relaxed hair can grow very long because you're relaxing the natural growth. It can be long. I do think length can be retained. However, is it healthy? No, I don't believe so. And if you do think it can be, please put it down in the comment section. But I think just by the chemicals in a relaxer and the effects the relaxer has on altering the hair, it in itself therefore cannot be healthy, scientifically speaking. To the visible world and the visual sight, can it look healthy? Yes, absolutely. But scientifically speaking, it's not. It's altered. It's not. It can never go back to what it was before. You can grow something new, but you can't alter it back to what it was, and therefore it is not healthy in my opinion. So the next thing is that natural hair is expensive, or at least maintaining natural hair is expensive. And to that I say it's not. It depends on the products that you use, and it depends a lot on how you maintain your natural hair that causes it to be expensive or not that expensive. Personally, I don't find my natural hair to be that expensive at all, mostly because I don't go to the salon. So if you cut out salons, for example, you're cutting out a big chunk of how much it costs to maintain your hair. And because I do my hair a lot on my own, I buy the products that work for my hair. Most of my products are under $20. In fact, only one product's like over $10. Most of mine are under $10. I use a lot of like Aussie, Shea Moisture, Hot 6 oils. I think I have like videos on this. It's not gonna be that expensive. I buy a shampoo for like less than $10, and that shampoo lasts me like 3 months. My deep conditioner I buy from Aussie, it's less than $10 again, 16 ounces. It lasts me for over 3 months. So overall, it depends on how you're utilizing your product. I see some people in the natural hair community just like dumping a whole bunch of products on your hair, moisturizing every single day, just a bunch of products, and all that is not needed. And that's how it becomes expensive, buying overpriced products and using a lot of products. I don't even think my natural hair costs more than, on the high end, still less than $300 a year. And that includes all of my shampoos, conditioners, deep conditioners, oils, leave-in conditioners, and everything. That's less than $30 a month, and I don't think that's unreasonable to spend on hair care. I don't think natural hair is any more expensive than having a different ethnicity, because they also have to still buy shampoo, conditioners, leave-in conditioners. Do they have more options? Sure. But I still think that in today's world, there's so many different options for natural hair. You just have to figure it out, and you don't always have to use products that are specifically targeted towards natural hair. I think what makes it expensive is the whole protective styling, going to the salon, buying packs of hair to add to your hair. Those are things that make it expensive. But with me, with the products being less than $300 a year, and I go to the salon once a year to get a silk press where I get overcharged, even then it's still less than $500 a year. In my opinion, considering how much wigs cost, sew-ins, extensions, tape-ins, I don't think spending $500 on your natural hair for professional setting and for products for an entire year is unreasonable. And the last but absolutely not the least thing is that black hair does not grow, and somehow you have to be mixed. You have to have some sort of exotic genetics in order for your hair to grow. And to that I say that is absolutely not true. I'm a black person, fully a black person through and through. I'm from Ghana, West Africa, and my hair grows just fine. Now, some people can say it's genetics, but guess what? I don't come from a family with people with a ton of long hair. It's just not it. And I think that speaks to the consistency that I have and my hair routine. Rather than just chalking people's long hair up to genetics or being mixed, which I see a lot of people like, oh, you mixed with something, or when they see somebody with long hair, even if that's like obviously an unambiguous black woman, they still want to ask, do you have some Indian in you? Do you have some white in you? No. Black people can grow long hair. It doesn't seem as obvious at first, because a lot of time when you're growing the hair, because of shrinkage, your hair shrinks. So, you know, my hair is like this. It's been 5 years. Maybe if a white person was growing their hair for 5 years, it would seem longer if they have straight hair. But as you can see, the hair, it comes down. It just shrinks up. So your hair grows. It has a lot to do with taking personal responsibility, being consistent, getting to know your hair. Is it maybe not as easy as other races to grow your hair? Maybe you can argue that. But even then, black hair grows. You just need to pay a little bit closer attention to it. You probably just need to give it a little bit more love. You can't just hate your hair into growing. Instead, love it. Find a routine that works for you with products that work for you. Try new things. But black hair does grow, and you don't need exotic genetics for that to happen. It's about putting your best foot forward in what you do for your hair and being consistent, and your hair would flourish. And that's all I have to say. So we've gone through these myths, and we've seen that a lot of them are lies, especially with the whole cutting your hair thing. I don't believe that. So a lot of these myths, let me know what your thoughts process on it is. Do you think these are myths? Do you disagree with anything that I said or agree with it? Let me know in the comment section. Remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share this with somebody who you think really needs to hear this, or you think will have, you know, some opinions to add, so they can write it down in the comment section. I look forward to reading all of your comments. Remember to ring the notification bell, because I post 2 videos a week on Tuesdays and on Fridays. Come on over, because it's going to be a new topic to discuss. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.